people, this is Frank Brief, and today we talk about climate change. As we continue to see the effects of climate change, that be through floods, high temperature, and in some places drought, some people still don't believe that climate change exists, while else others are using babies and kids to politicize about climate change. And the last thing you need is somebody politicizing climate change. Whereas some people who call themselves politicians tend to think that they know more about climate change but end up making matter worse. And in African countries, most people usually just ignore if climate change exists, its effects, and every time they see the effects of climate change, they tend to act surprised, just like this.
I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You little dumb ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. I got a million trillion things that I'd rather fucking do.
Alright, fuck it. That's what we're doing? Alright.
Than to be fucking with you. Little stupid ass, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do.
With winter coming in, several countries have seen effects of climate change. That be it in Africa, in the US they have seen the effects of climate change. Yeah. Also in Europe, some countries in Asia and India. But in Kenya it is usually that everybody acts surprised. Yeah, the climate change have been going on over and over every year. And every time an effect of climate change hits, mostly drought or floods, the government acts surprised, the people themselves act surprised, and you even find the drought or the floods are like, what's up, motherfuckers? What? Like, I do this thing every year, and still you're not yet prepared. Every time they're caught off guard, every time they act surprised. Yeah, like, let's see some of the things happening during floods in Africa. away from climate change, we come on to the next topic, which everybody knows that the biggest terrorist was captured. That is the dude by the name al-Baghdadi. I won't give him any courtesy of naming his full name. I don't give a fuck, I don't care. So the things comes in is how President Donald Trump explained the capture of al-Baghdadi. Some people liked it, most people didn't like it. They said like he gave way more overdue details. But for me, I think it is like those Kenyan movie, DJ Afro movies, because they explained step by step until he came about talking about knocking the door of the terrorists. Instead, they decided to bomb. Anyway, that's not the funny matter. The best part comes in when the dude realized that he was being attacked. He chose to run through the tunnels. But he came to a dead-end tunnel. And yet he was the one who built that tunnel. So like, I'm just imagining maybe he was with a guy whom he ordered to dig the tunnel. And they find a dead end and like, oh, what the fuck? Why is the tunnel not complete? And the guy is like, oh, you know, boss, El Chapo got arrested. We gave the tender of digging the tunnel to El Chapo because he had an experience from Mexico. But he was arrested before he could complete, so we didn't find a replacement. Like, what the fuck? So you mean we died because of this? So the guy put on a vest before he realized that he was being chased by dogs. He was captured by dogs. So usually, this is how I'm seeing this scenario. Ladies, most of the time, call men dogs. They say men are dogs. Well, it came to practical because President Trump says this guy was caught like a dog, yelling and screaming and panicking everywhere. And he was caught by a K9 United States Army dog. But Trump say we just call it a dog because it is a dog which arrested another dog. From there it is how did they know and why did they decide to use the dog? Turns out one of his guys who was working for the Kurdish army, he was a double agent. So he stole his underpants, took it to the Kurdish army, the army gave it to the United States Army, the army gave it to the dog, the sniffer dog, and the dog was told to go hunt. So if you do have a habit of not washing your underpants, this is a big warning. You will be arrested by the dog. All it needs is your underpant, nothing else. Just your underpant. But I'm still thinking that the guy had a fetish for underpants, the boxers, and the cowboys. Anyway, with that is the end of our news, but watch the detailed moment of how al-Baghdadi was arrested.
Bakr al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS, spent years hiding and on the run before U.S. Special Operations Forces got him. Special Forces used the cover of darkness overnight as 8 helicopters carrying as many as 100 U.S. troops landed at a compound in northern Syria. They entered after blowing holes on the side of the building, believing the front door might be booby-trapped. President Trump golfed in the early afternoon of Saturday, getting updates all day before returning to the White House Situation Room at 5 p.m., where the president said he watched the raid as it happened.
Well, I don't want to say how, but we had absolutely perfect, as though you were watching a movie. It was that and the technology there alone is really great.
The president said the special ops teams were met by local gunfire on the ground that was quickly squashed. At least 2 ISIS fighters were captured and 11 children taken out of the house. 2 of Baghdadi's wives were killed during the raid. According to the president, Baghdadi was chased into a tunnel inside the compound by military dogs while bringing 3 children with him. The tunnel came to a dead end where he eventually detonated a suicide vest that killed him and the children.
We tried to call him out and ask him to surrender himself. He refused. He went down into a subterranean area. And in the process of trying to get him out, he detonated a suicide vest, we believe, and killed himself.
During the 2 hours they were on the ground, U.S. forces collected extensive intelligence that must now be analyzed.
We took highly sensitive material and information from the raid, much having to do with ISIS, origins, future plans, things that we very much want.
Trump said Baghdadi was quickly identified through an on-site test with lab technicians using DNA samples the U.S. already had of him.
He will never again harm another innocent man, woman, or child. He died like a dog. He died like a coward. The world is now a much safer place.
Just want to give some bigs up to the K9 that arrested Baghdadi. Actually didn't arrest him. The dude blew himself up before he was arrested by dogs like a dog. Anyway, if you like the video, please do click, share. Don't forget to share. Please do share the video, and don't forget to comment. I want to hear your voice about it, your comments about it. And if you are new, please do so, subscribe and link the notification bell. Till next time, be peace, respect the dogs.